body bags were whore lies.
Who is this irresistible creature who has an insatiable love for the dead?
Hey guys, happy Thursday, this is your fright chick speaking. Okay, so this week's theme is films that begin with S. So I scaled my horror section and I decided on Shutter. This is actually a remake, so this is the 2008 remake of the 2004 film. I can't remember if it's a Japanese or Korean film, but either way it was awesome. And they remade it and they put Joshua Jackson in it, people. Yes, Pacey from Dawson's Creek. I didn't watch that show. Okay, so there will be spoilers in this. I always try not to give away the complete friggin' twist ending, but meh, it's a review. Okay, so we have Joshua Jackson's character, we have Ben, and we have his new bride, Jane. They've literally just got married at the beginning of the movie. Ben is a photographer, and he's been based in Japan for a while, but obviously they get married in New York and, you know, leave their apartment, and the second they're married, they decide to go to Japan, and he takes up his photography again, and Jane decides that she is going to try and make a living out there too, even though she just got certified as a teacher. So they fly out there. This is all in like the first 10 minutes. They fly out there, they meet with Ben's best friends, Bruno and Adam, and it's kind of following Jane as she goes about the first few days or week or so, where she's, you know, doesn't know the culture, she doesn't know the language, and she's blah 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 blahing around. So anyways, on the way there, when they're driving to their new house in Japan, they hit a young woman in the middle of the road, and it's pretty freaking scary. But they hit her, they think she's okay. Ben tries to say, oh no, maybe it was an animal, it wasn't a person, and she's a bit confused, so they just drive off. Now, it gets to the point where we are literally watching them do their everyday stuff, but then they notice that in their pictures that they've been taking of their journey, there's these little lights, these little kind of white smudges, and they're kind of weird. And Jane also takes some more pictures, I think on her digital camera, and the same thing keeps happening. She then shows them to Ben's assistant, I can't remember her name, but she says, oh, those are spirit photos, you have a spirit in them, blah blah blah. She takes the camera to her ex-boyfriend, who works at a spirit magazine where they get kind of kooky photos of people in backgrounds and things like that, and he explains the whole thing to her, like, this is why they're there, this is what's happened, you have a ghost, basically. So she tries to get Ben on side, you know, with a ghost, we need to sort this out. I think it was the girl that I hear everything like this. This is when it starts getting into spoiler territory, people, because the young woman that is haunting them, she knew Ben from before, or rather he knew her. He then explains to Jane, actually this woman was an ex-girlfriend of mine, she got extremely clingy after her dad died, I had to get rid of her, that's who that is. But, you know, it's cool, it's fine, you know, we're not haunted, it's fine. So Jane basically does all the digging in this, people. She does all the digging around. They go to a not a psychic, they go to basically a medium who starts talking to them, obviously in Japanese, and Ben's the only one that understands. He starts freaking out and he refuses to translate what the guy is saying. He's clearly saying something very, very bad, but he doesn't want to freak Jane out. When we get to the end, we now realise why he didn't do this. Hopefully I won't give that far away. But yes, so this goes on, you know, there are hauntings, there are strange happenings, and at one point they start getting kind of attacked here and there by the ghost. Jane is desperately trying to figure out why this girl is after them. She believes it's because the girl is pissed off that she was ditched by her now husband, and she just basically wants him back, but she's dead, so she can't have him. So we think everything is hunky-dory and going along swimmingly, and they're kind of getting to the bottom of this. Meanwhile, Bruno and Adam, Ben's best friends, they are murdered by the ghost. Nothing too amazing, but they do get murdered by the ghost, and then Jane realises that maybe something a bit more happened, even though Ben says, look, it is nothing, she's clearly, you know, she was very clingy, blah blah blah. So the big portion of the movie ends. I'm totally giving away the ending here, people. Okay, so we get to the end and they find her body because she was never buried. They decide to bury her and they think it's all over. They go back to New York after this traumatic ordeal, and then Jane realises that there are photos that are quite recent of their wedding that Megumi was actually in. So therefore, it wasn't because they hit her, she didn't die then, and obviously they worked that one out for themselves. But she's been with them a lot longer than she thought. And when looking at these photos, Megumi leads her to another, like a, what do you call it, like a digital photo card, memory stick, couldn't think of the word, which shows exactly why she's haunting them. I won't give away exactly why she's doing it, I won't give away a reason, but she has been literally sitting on Ben's shoulders the entire time, which is why he's been getting all of his pains and stuff like that, and she's been with them the entire time for a very good fucking reason, people. She needs her revenge, and Jane thinks so too. I will leave it there because I don't really want to give away the complete twist. But it is actually a pretty good film. I mean, I don't know if I saw the original. I've seen a lot of J horror and K horror and all that sort of stuff, but can't quite remember if I saw the original of this. But I would give this a watch. I wouldn't spend too much money on it. I mean, I'm talking a £5 at most, but it is worth it. I probably didn't make it sound very good, but the acting's good. The story's okay. You know, I mean, just maybe something. I mean, do pay attention to it. Don't just stick it in the background, but. Yeah, it's a good film. It's not like the most amazing thing. It's got quite a few good extras on it. I think we've got a documentary and stuff like that, making of, all that sort of stuff. But yeah, it's pretty decent. There is a reason why they remake so many Japanese horrors, people, because they're friggin' awesome. I will leave it there, and I will see you next week. Bye.